Hey, my darlings. So, welcome to another playthrough of mine. And I am going to see if I can there we go. I'm going to start by just making a few more of these. I'm not going to do this bit of text again. Another masterpiece. You're now the proud owner of the Manderville Rapier. Bravo, you are truly an inspiration, Master Girl. Never could I have achieved such perfection alone, and certainly not within the constraints of excess clothing. All in a day's work for this old dog, ha! I trust you are satisfied with the results of our work. Should you ever wish to expend your armory of weaponry, I am at your service for the foreseeable future. Okie dokie, let's get this one. Another masterpiece. You're now the proud owner of a pair of Manderville chakrams. And yes, this bit's all the same. Manderville axe. There we go. And finally, let's get to the Gunbreaker one, shall we? Now the proud owner of Mandeville Gunblade. Right, there we go. Yes, I've got all the tank weapons. I have the white mage and the sage weapons. And I have the dancer and red mage weapons. Right, back to the story. Right, here we go. Ooh, that looks so cool. Wait, how'd you get... it must be an accessory.
If everyone is ready, then let us depart for Al-Zadal's legacy. What was that?
A deluge of ether. The mark of a terrible magic.
It wasn't far from here. Let's go!
Hey, you! Stop! If you're thinking of taking to sea, don't!
What has happened?
We were out working our nets when a light suddenly shot up over Buffalo Isle with a boom! A massive fiend then took to the skies! Another blasphemy, we feared. But we didn't linger to find out.
Did you see where it was headed?
I can't say for sure, but it looked like it was northward bound.
I see. Our thanks for the warning, and do not let us keep you. Buffalo Isle is connected to Al-Zadal's legacy. This cannot be a coincidence.
In response to Karnyatso's defeat, they have come for our gate.
So it seems. I would ascertain the situation at the vault, but the fiend must be dealt with, ere people come to harm. I shall assume my dragon form and seek it out at once.
Wait! You heard the fisherman. A blasphemy, they called it. If another flying creature was sighted now, others will assume the worst and panic will spread. This is not the way.
I'll see to the fiend.
You are right, Estinian. I will gather my soldiers and search the Isle for casualties. As you wish. The fiend is yours. The hunt will go more swiftly with help. Zero, might I prevail upon you to accompany her?
Very well. Then Estinian and I will make for Alzadar's legacy and secure the gate.
Stay on your guard. The enemy is clever and will have anticipated our response. Be safe, my friends, and may the sisters guide your steps.
We know the fiend was headed north, but that still leaves a lot of ground for us few to cover. We need a way to conduct our search more efficiently. Do you have any ideas? I know people who may have seen something. In other words, we seek help from the locals. If you think it best, then very well. So, where to then? The Great Work and the encampment at Ham's Hatchery. If both places are to the north, then the people there may indeed have seen something. Very well. I will head to the Great Work and leave the encampment to you. Your account of the void has captured our imaginations, and we can best sleep for all the possibilities racing through our minds. When you have a moment, we hope to hear more details from you. Of course I can't talk to them about it. Even though I can teleport here in an instant. Saw the light over at the Bafadu remains too, did you? We've sent scouts to investigate, but they're yet to report back. We will continue to keep watch here, but if you learn anything, be sure to let us know. Ever since that explosion, we've seen nothing else unusual come from the waters, but there's no telling what our scouts may report. Ah, Elita, is this about the happenings at Bafur Remains? Thank you. These fishermen saw a fiend emerge from the Bafur remnants before heading north, you say? I saw what I thought was a ball of flame flung from the explosion, but now I wonder if it flew north in the direction of Khadga. If it is in fact a fiend, then we have trouble on our hands. We must remain vigilant. In case you're unfamiliar, Khadga is the massive rock formation that juts out over the water. That's where the ball of flame flew. I presume you've come to investigate the explosion at the Bafton Remnants as well. We've yet to ascertain precisely what happened. Is there any information you can share with us? A fiend emerged from the explosion and flew towards Khadgal. By the sisters! Had I learned of this sooner! Never mind, there is no time to waste. Give me money. Money! Now appraised the situation, Nabdeen is eager to take action. Confound it! We were so concerned with the explosion that we failed to recognize that the threat had not yet passed. We must alert command at once and instruct the people to seek shelter. I'll go and see if the fiend is indeed there. But there's no telling what manner of enemy this may be. Then again, you are more capable of defending yourself. As you wish. We will leave this in your hands. The Giant Skull grounds are situated at the base of Khadga. I myself am not familiar with the mountain pass, but the quarry workers are bound to know many. Kinator, for instance, has worked there the longest. Go well, my friend, and may the sisters keep you. If someone can tell you how to scale Khadga, it'll be Kentor. Seek him out at the Giant Skull grounds. Off I go. Something tells me you're not here to buy a giant skull. Pity, what is it then? Oh. In the wake of the recent turmoil, the Radiant hosts are looking to replace their equipment, and with orders from the fallen shores picking up again, I'm pleased to say we're back at working at full capacity. Obviously they don't know what's going on. This guy might. You want to climb Khadgal? You couldn't have chosen a worse time. There was an earthquake earlier and it triggered a rock slide. I'm afraid the main path to the summit may be blocked. But if you're determined to go, then I suggest you speak with Srammel. He climbs like a langur and might know another way up, if not the gentlest. If you commit to climbing Khadga, take care not to slip. Most routes were treacherous before, and I don't dare to imagine how they are now. I just get up with my mouse like this. Now to reach the top of Khadga. After what's happened, that should be the last place anyone sane would want to be. But yes, I am familiar with another route that should still be passable. I was once afraid of heights, you see, and used it to build up my courage. Though I cannot say I have the courage to brave it under these conditions. I'll take you to where the route starts, but no further, alright? Let's go!
Hello, can you hear me? We were too late. The vault has been destroyed. The alchemical furnace with it. This was their true objective, to deny us entry into the void. Kanyatso and Ajdaya's eye were a diversion. A means to detain us in Garlemald, while they went to work here. To reduce the vault to rubble. That which you hunt is no ordinary foe. Have care.
Such an exquisite sight. A canvas of vibrant colors. As was our world, too, once.
One of Gorbus's champions, I presume?
I am Rubicante, the archfiend of fire. A monster in flesh, yet in spirit I remain a man, a prisoner of the past. Such tears I wept when darkness consumed the world, until Lord Golbez came and spoke of salvation. Thus do I walk proudly at his side, to see his dream fulfilled. Your heart is pure. For benevolent cause you seek the dragon. But I cannot allow you to have it. Cannot allow you to interfere. If you would continue, then there is but one recourse. I shall await you at the summit. Come, mortal. Come and weigh your righteousness against mine.
Oh, that was quick. I can't just walk up there. I guess I just select this.
Stayed the course, as I knew you would. As too will I. Come! The Archfiend of Fire has no equal. The glory of fire. Dark flame to me! Naught but ash will remain. Will it be enough? I am one with the flame.
Oh, come on. I'll just use my presence of mind.
You are the first to hold this form. The flame rises higher. Look now on my essence being pure. Destruction incarnate. To ashes with Charm, oh God! I shall tear you asunder! Flames to lick at Dark flames to me! Naught but ash will remain.
Oh, you were quite easy, weren't you?
It seems I was a step too slow.
To defeat all of us archfiends, you are strong indeed.
Why do you fight? What is it you wish to save?
You would know your enemy's heart. Very well. It bleeds more than you can ever understand. But I will speak, and you will listen, and learn how all began.
How long has it been since the world was undone? Since light and life gave way to darkness and undeath? Since we were reduced to beasts befouled, squabbling over what scant ether remains? But you are different. You remember who you were, and the paradise for which you fought. That world will never be ours again. But we need not suffer in this purgatory of death and rebirth forever. Join me, and together we shall seek the promised land.
There is no hope. No freedom from the wheel. You speak a fantasy.
I speak truth. The Ascian's revelation. There are other worlds than this. Ours is but one of 14. There is no greater proof than the whispers we hear, born of a neighboring reality. A reality to which we may journey if we can but break down the barrier that divides us.
You meant it then. We will take this world as our own. Count me in.
In return for your strength, I offer you opportunity to pursue your own ends in service to a greater cause. A glorious kingdom of light, wherein all may know death's sweet embrace.
And thus did we begin our great work.
You intend to forsake the 13th and conquer the Source?
Just so. Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew. In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
Why would you want to do that?
You served Golbez of your own volition.
As atonement for my failures, I tried to be a hero. Tried to stop the war. But I could not.
So in turn you wage another.
A means to a final end. The wheel of depravity must be broken. Even the most exalted succumb. We eat and deepen the stain upon our souls, until only the hunger remains. Is this to be our fate for all eternity?
I don't know. About this and a great many things. But I do know that it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. Not everything need be a trade. This I learned from the people of this world. Even without a contract, without any expectation of personal gain, they labor for one another. I didn't understand it at first, and perhaps I still don't. But if I'm to achieve something, I'd rather do it their way. Else I am already a hunger-maddened beast.
Perhaps we have indeed surrendered to the hunger after a fashion. Make for our moon. There you will find both Lord Golbez and your dragon.
Why are you telling us this?
To be so viciously slandered. Pride demands I prove my virtue at the last. And perhaps your own will resonate with his, and draw forth that singular jewel which abides deep within his heart. A desire which lies beyond his quest to free us from our purgatory. A desire all his own.
Hey, few commendations. My inquiries delayed me. I'm not accustomed to conversation. But I'm glad I arrived in time to speak with Rubicant. As much as I understand his motives, I believe there is a better way. Yours. The future you strive for is one I wish to see. And And I want to know why I feel this way. Why this fire burns in my breast. Zero is already contemplating your next move. There's nothing more for us here. What of Astel's legacy? Has there been word from Y'shtola and the others? I see. Frustrating, perhaps. But better that the gate be destroyed than used to unleash more void scent. We should return to Megaduta and join the others. It seems the others are already inside. Let's join them. It's good to see you both returned hale and whole. Your friends arrived not long ago, and are already with the satrap. Shall I show you in? Sure, why not?
Thank goodness you're both all right. Unfortunately, we have nothing further to report apart from the loss of the gate. But tell us, how did you fare on the mountain? Golbez aspires to deliver Voidsent unto the Source, where they may die and return to the Lifestream to be reborn.
Far be it for me to deny them, but the cost to our people would be beyond unconscionable.
Indeed. Voidsent themselves are inherently dangerous. Never mind the chaos sure to follow should the barrier twixt our worlds be shattered. 'Twould be naught less than a calamity.
How can we prevent this?
The simplest way would, of course, be to strike at Golbez himself. That said, our task has been rendered rather difficult.
Indeed. Rubicante hath deprived us of a means to cross into the void.
Kenyatso's faint. That was doubtless what he meant when he said his part was done.
Golbez sacrificed 2 archfiends just to stop us. He must need more time to break the barrier to our world.
Then the days ahead will be critical. We must find a way back to the 13th.
We could employ another Atomos, but that approach would only be viable if we found another planar fissure. An unlikely prospect. Better we explore other avenues. If you will excuse my absence, I shall return to Sharlayan to look for information.
By all means. Meanwhile, I shall seek the counsel of our alchemists.
Time is of the essence, so wish me luck.
Of course.
I'm no scholar. I'll find another way to keep myself busy here.
How about a little training to keep your Lanthorn homed?
Rest assured, I never shirk my training. I will be ready for whatever awaits.
Zero. May we call upon thee when next we venture unto the 13th.
Aye. And in case you're wondering, I won't ask for further payment. I will go for myself, to try and understand why I spoke the words I said to Rubicante. And the fire I felt within, when you all came to my aid in Garlemald.
It's the burning passion of friendship.
While our esteemed sorceress battles her tomes, let us see to our own affairs.
I will not fail you again, sister.
So sweet, Ren. Before you leave, I would once more express my gratitude. By your hand has Thavnir been saved yet again. But before you delivered my people, you helped me rediscover hope. When the sight of my sister's eye left me bereft and adrift for a time. We may have lost the gate in Asdal's legacy, but there must be another way to travel to the void, and together we will find it. For now, I bid you rest and recover your strength. I too shall have my vessel improved ahead of our next foray. To achieve his ends, Gobaz has sacrificed his 4 generals. Such a ruthless foe is unpredictable in the extreme, but no matter what he plots, we shall do our utmost to see that he does not succeed. Meanwhile, on the moon the 13th, fresh diamonds. Aww. Pretty thing.
Cagnazzo and Rubicante have joined with the Great Flow.
How dare you torture her?
In this world, 'tis the ravenous who are useful, and few were as ravenous as they. You were fine pawns, my archfiends, and you have played your parts to perfection. But with the goal in sight, I need no minions to do my bidding. Hereon, I shall walk alone. At long, long last, the end draws nigh. The end to life on that star, and the end to my suffering.
Are you planning? Beyond closed gates await your foe, where no path leads and none may go. Though I long to rush to my sister's side, I also understand now is not the time for action. I must rest and prepare, as should you. Oh, I don't want to rest. I want to go save her.
Would you tell us of your recent ventures when you next return? I promise to make it worth your while.
Somewhere in the world, ambitions rise, or question roll. The Radiant Scout is keeping a close eye on the sullen-eyed Void Self. Ah, if it isn't Mistress Elita. Since last we spoke, I have continued keeping an eye on the Void Scent. While the creatures have given me no reason to believe they pose a danger, the rest of them still remain at large. My fellows and I have yet to come by any eyewitness information, but their forms being what they are, they cannot have gotten far. Of course, it would make our search easier if they were likewise drawn to Radzatan.
My other selves have been telling me about their adventures. Truly, your world is a fascinating place.
Your world is fascinating too.
So, you've enjoyed hearing my tales. I'd be glad to share more with you. Once I've found the rest of me, that is. The others have more knowledge of mighty Void Scent, you see. This sensation. Could it be? Yes! I feel them! The rest of myself. They're very close now. There's 4 of them. Unless I'm mistaken, they're somewhere in the city. Please find them for me, that I might be whole again. As before, by way of payment, they will tell you about powerful void scent and their pests. Now, the nearest appears to be this way. Perhaps that's a good place to start.
The rest of its fellows have appeared in the city, and you had best track them down. Judging by the direction, I expect the nearest one is Dharma. I leave the creatures in your capable hands. Worry not. I will see to these ones do not wander off. Best of luck finding their fellows.
The others will have seen sights of their own. How I look forward to hearing their tales. They are all over the place. There's one. You've been looking for me, you say? Sorry for the trouble. I found a place with beautiful water and thought I'd have a rollick, but ended up being washed away. I tried to get back upstream, swimming against the flow, and I managed to come this far when you appeared. After all that effort, I'd like nothing more than to reunite with my other selves. But if you've been promised a tale, then you shall have one.
Nothing but small fry.
See that mortal there? He fished me up, but promptly released me while calling me a hideous slug. I don't know what that was about, but it worked out well enough.
Oh, to be out in the open sea and catch something big. But I can't afford a halfway decent rod. I'll just have to put up with this tired old fishing pole, huh?
I know the feeling well, the desire to chase after big fish. I used to be a fisherman too, you see, together with my brother. But the Contra Memoria wreaked havoc on the ocean's ether, and never a fish remained to be caught. Each morning we would wake up not knowing whether we'd have food to fill our bellies. On a day like so many before, we were waiting in vain for a bite. My brother's face was fixed in a grimace, and I assumed he was cursing the war in mind. But it turned out he was thinking about something else altogether, and when he finally spoke, the frustration was plain in his voice. Even if there were fish to catch, is this how I'm going to live out my days? Sitting endlessly with a pole in hand? It's like dying a slow death, and I can't take it anymore. More so than our privation, it was the mundane, unchanging nature of our lives that bothered him. In the next instance, he blurted out, "That's it! If there's a war, I'm going to fight too. That way I won't be bored at least." And just like that, he threw himself aside his rod and set off, right into the thick of the conflict.
Damn it. It's over. Ugh, who the hells are you? Whoever you are, I'm in your debt. Having exhausted my powers, I was all but defeated. But now none remain to oppose me here. Perhaps you would consider serving me. You'll be well rewarded, of course. I could grant you riches, castles... What's the meaning of this? Weren't you a friend? Friend? I'm just after some excitement. So come on, give it to me. There you are. Thank heavens. What were you thinking, taking on Memoriates with your bare fists? However strong you may be, you're lucky to be alive. Alive? Yes. I've never felt so alive. Where are you going? No more chasing small fry for me. From now on, I'm going to live for the thrill of battle. I'll seek out those stronger than me, and I'll give them a taste of my fist.
Never have I felt so alive as I did, risking life and limb, he said, as he strode away, never to return. Sometime afterwards, a rumour reached me of a fearsome warrior. The man would arrive unannounced on a battlefield, turn everyone indiscriminately before disappearing again. Cagnazzo he was called, and cursed for a feral dog. That was enough for me to know that my brother still lived. It was only when I became a void sent that I came to understand my brother, to understand the emptiness he felt in his mundane life. It inspired me to want to break free from my own unchanging existence, and instilled in me a longing for this world. And for all his quirks, he was a good and kind brother, always looking out for me and helping me with my fishing. Like everyone, he must have turned into a void sent. If he had the chance to come here, I believe he would have found purpose in life, a proper one. Thanks to you, I can relieve all those memories. And with that, I had best go and dry my other selves. Be seeing you. Bye, little fella. Tell you pushed him out, huh? Right, sort of. What business does a mortal have with me? So, the rest of me are safe. Thank goodness. It was worth risking myself to let the others escape. No sooner had we arrived in this world than we were attacked by fearsome creatures of stone. I drew their attention, and after scrambling hither and yon, I managed to get myself to safety. But to so jealously guard treasure, you mortals must truly be fond of it. Lo, there's another place for storing it right here. They say it's mountain after mountain of treasure in there. We just need to find the coffers that act as portals. And then survive the guardians and deadly fiends. I don't like our chances with just the three of us. Less of us means a bigger share for each. Exactly. Besides, what's an adventure without a little danger? I'm really not sure about this. To willingly throw oneself into danger is truly a strange mortal quirk. Unlike your kind, we void sent are quite risk-averse. For instance, we wouldn't think to challenge a stronger being. Except for him, perhaps, an odd fellow who loved fighting for its own sake. His name was Cagliazzo, and there was nothing he feared in his domain. Employing deception, he trapped his foes and drowned them in a bottomless mire. It mattered not how strong they were, all fell before him. Yet despite his victories, he never truly felt satisfied, and through a chance meeting, he would learn the reason why.
That you should repel my attack. You're tougher than I expected. To whom do I speak? I am Cagliazzo, and I bet you're the one they say is seeking the strong. Well, if it's battle you want, then you need look no further. Lest you misunderstand, I do not desire fruitless battle. On the contrary, 'twould seem it's you who seek out the strong. Why? When you're hungry, you devour. It doesn't matter who. Your luck ran out when you strolled into my domain. None would so risk themselves simply because of an empty stomach. Nay, my friend, the source of your hunger lies elsewhere. What is this ether, so pure and sublime? There is so much of it I'm ripe to burst, and yet I still don't feel satisfied. Do you see? 'Tis not for ether that you thirst, but battle. You'll not quench this thirst with stagnant swamp water. Nay, not save that of a raging torrent will sate you. What do you mean? There is no joy to be had in slaying your quarry. For victory to become savor, you must first place faith in yourself in the middle of danger. If you join me, I shall see to it that you never want for dread foes to grant you satisfaction. What say you? Why do I feel as though I've remembered something important? Whomever you are, I would know more.
And thus did he find a place to belong, upon the fine line that divides devourer and the devoured. If he could do battle with just one worthy foe, he told himself, he could go to his rest forever satisfied. From that day forth, Cagnazzo tirelessly fought those who might be able to best him, each time hoping for bliss, but knowing that, like as not, disappointment ultimately awaited. A yearning so strong, nothing else matters. Do you have such a thing driving you, mortal? Looking back, it was extremely reckless of me to come to this world, but it has been worth every bit of danger and more. I can't wait to share my experiences with myself. I'll be on my way now. Thanks for coming to find me. Hello, stranger. You're a challenger too? Seems House Sinners deigned to open a part of the treasure vault in an effort to lift spirits in the city. The rest of me are here too. What a relief. I was taking in the sights in a village nearby when I realized I had become separated. I'm glad I decided to follow the clamor and head back to the city. There are so many mortals here, so many beautiful buildings. Father, what is in this building?
This, my boy, is the resting place of the great Asdal. Centuries ago, he journeyed here from the mainland and helped to end the war between the Magatama tribes, an act which laid the foundation for the nation of Razazhan. So it's thanks to him that we all get along. Ah, a tomb. A place for mortals to remember their dead. It calls to mind people from my own past. My mother, who died in the Contra Memoria, and the ones who laid her to rest. Long, long ago there lived two powerful mages. It was said that none could match their might, yet they nevertheless continued to hone their skills at the training ground atop a peak called Mount Ordeals. One day, fell fiends began attacking villages unprovoked. Upon hearing the grim tidings, the mages called to a resolution. Through years of training, we have mastered our flames. 'Tis time for us to employ them for the salvation of the world. So it was that the pair descended the mountain and set about vanquishing the fiends. Just that one left. Leave it to me. No, don't. Please don't hurt her. Don't hurt my mother. Aww. Your mother? Please save her, I beg you. What do I do? It seems I have no choice.
What? She's turned into a crystal. I said that I would save the world, but I couldn't even save a single life. My flames were meant to be like the sun. They were meant to protect, to keep warm and light the way, and yet... In his great fury at his failings, the Major's face turned red as a ruby. Thus did the girl choose to call him Ruby Cante. The mage returned to the mountain, where he buried his comrade. Upon the gravestone he etched the words of admonishment, and continued his training alone. One day, when visiting his comrade's grave, he found that a familiar crystal had been left there. Its presence lifted a great weight off his chest. Without words, it told him that the girl was grateful for what he did. That day, he regained something he had lost, and descending the mountain once more, he embarked upon a journey, determined to use his powers for good. As sad as it is to lose a precious life, it's sadder still, I think, to lose one's purpose. Mortordeals has been swallowed up by darkness, and his comrade's grave with it. But wherever Rubicante may be, I like to believe that the little girl still remains within his heart. Well, it's past time I rejoined the others. It was nice talking to you, mortal. Almost there. Come on. There you are. What? I'm calling me, you say? I can appreciate my separation anxiety, but I answer to no one, not even myself. I am my own master. I do what I like, when I like. I will rejoin the others at my own leisurely pace. Mortals, on the other hand, always seem to be busy at work. Short as your lives are, one would think you'd spend more time on leisure. You're truly strange creatures. Steel burst burning strong, just like the start of an experiment. By the sisters, but tending the flame is mind-numbing work. Someone has to do it, I suppose, but I just wish it wasn't me. Tending the flame? That reminds me of a voice scent I once knew. He watched over a beacon of fire, seeing to it that it remained ever lit. Unlike that mortal, however, he did so of his own volition. Such an act served no practical purpose in our world. Even if night and day existed, we Voidsent don't rely upon light, yet he persisted. Though perplexed by his curious ritual, I somehow found myself helping him with it. Rubicanti was his name, and he went about his task dutifully. Others mocked him for his meaningless act. But it must have held some manner of meaning to him, and so, when I chanced to find the beacon guttered out, I made certain to let him know. For a time out of mind, this routine continued uninterrupted, until that fateful day.
I see flames dancing in the distance. Who should I find tending but a mage of considerable might? With such power, surely you can do more than keep a beacon lit. My flames serve not to smite others, nor to sate my hunger. Then what purpose do they serve? I cannot say for certain, but to simply behold this flame somehow sets my heart at ease. I see. 'Twould seem you lack the power to comprehend the feelings engraved upon your soul. But such a lack is readily rectified. This warmth, invigorating and comforting, where have I felt it before? Of course, the sun, that which once shone its light upon creation. Though it would set, never did it fail to rise again, and like the sun, my flames must never die. So that is the way of it. Through your flames you sought to recreate the sun's journey, to recreate the world as it was before. Who are you? Who could unearth memories buried in the deepest recesses of my heart? It matters not who I am, but what I seek to do. Join me, and together we shall banish the darkness and see that the sun rises again.
According to the mysterious night, the price to save the world was dear. The inhabitants of the neighbouring reality must be sacrificed, to which Rubicant replied, I have sworn to use my power to save the world. If innocent souls must be consumed by my flames, then I shall bear responsibility for the sin. Thus did he choose his path, of his own volition, and his spirit lives on in me as an undying flame. A world engulfed in darkness has become the norm for me. But since coming back here and basking in the sun, I've been reminded of all that we had lost. I understand Rubicanti better now. Understand why he was willing to sacrifice all to restore the world to the way it was. To him, it was worth the price. Well, I must say, it felt great to take a squirm down memory lane. With that, I shall now go and rejoin the others, of my own volition, of course. You have found the last of the Voidsent. Time to head back to the Hall of the Radiant Host.
1, 2, 3, is this all of them then? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopefully that's them all.
You did it! You found all of me! I trust I upheld my part of the bargain and told you more about the mighty Void Scent.
I learned about the pasts of Cagnazzo and Rubicante.
So, you had already crossed paths with them. Though the tales may not help you in the battles ahead, I dare say they gave you something to think upon. As mortals, then void-sent, and archfiends, these troubled souls fought with all their being, and now their fight is over. Well, I myself have only heard the tales from the others. If I'm to make their feelings my own, I need to become whole again, which I can do now thanks to you.
So, all of them are accounted for. Then, by all means, let's have them return to the way they were.
Without further ado then, to me, selves! At last we're whole again. There's nothing we need fear. And that which each of us experiences coming here, it's as if I'd experienced it all for myself. I say it again, this world is truly a fascinating place. I must see more of it. Yes, I must.
I'm not sure what I was expecting, but now that it's whole, I can't help but feel that it's more of a danger. Yet, with the undersea portal destroyed, there's no way for it to return whence it came. Whatever should we do now?
What's this I see? Oh, it's Void Scent. There's a few of them in that direction. More of my brethren made it over, it seems. Curious though, this is much further than I can usually perceive. I can only assume my vision has improved. Could this be a cumulative effect of our experiences here?
What? It can sense its kind from a vast distance? Amazing! Such an ability would make the task of tracking down invadant voice a breeze. If the creature would agree to assist us in this manner, I'm confident that I can convince my superiors to forge a pact with it.
Oh-ho! If it means I can remain in this world, then I'd gladly agree to that arrangement. I can't say how much I'm indebted to you, mortal. Working with this fellow here, I'll find a way to communicate with your kind and make myself useful. Thank you for everything. I will be on my best behaviour until I forge the pact. It's nothing short of a dream come true to be in this world, and I'll do whatever is required to remain.
With regards to communication, as the creature appears to understand our words, I believe I shall begin by teaching it letters. With some effort, I'm confident we'll be able to We'll be conversing ere long. That is done. I now go to Ultra Room. There's that crest there. Dina has an urgent request to make of you. Ah, Elita, you couldn't have come at a better time. Do you have a moment to talk? My thanks. You see, a foreign merchant approached the boutique with a proposal not long ago. Hancock of the East Alderney Trading Company. Perhaps you've heard of him. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Ah, so you have a history. No wonder Mistress Tatteru declared him unscrupulous and deserving of infinite caution. Though there is a risk in dealing with a man of such flexible principles, his knowledge of the Hinnigan markets would do much to bolster our efforts to make inroads in the Far East. That's why, despite her misgivings, Mistress Tatteru seeks to negotiate a partnership. But for some reason or another, he has requested you be present at their meeting in Kugane. I realize business negotiations are not your forte, but would be most grateful if you'd indulge his request. Of course, there is also the matter of our secret mission. Of course, I haven't forgotten about that. Once it has been fully restored, this gorgeous sapphire will serve as the centerpiece of Mistress Tatteru's necklace. I hope that one day she may look upon it as a memento of not only her mother, but of the many dear friends and allies. Perhaps during your visit to Kugane, fortune shall favor us with the discovery of an additional treasure to grace her keepsake. In any case, I believe that covers everything. Mistress Tatteru shall meet you at the Ruby Bazaar in Kugane. I wish you a safe journey. The Scions had the help of many souls in gathering refined adamantite, did you not? Even those who were not part of the Ilsebard contingent. Perhaps there's an opportunity there. I shall speak to Mistress Tatteru post-haste. To Kugane we shall go.
Elita, I'm so glad you could make it.
I am equally thrilled by your arrival, though I must apologize for the sudden invitation.
Yes, you should, but more importantly, I'd like to know what the scheme is, and how you intend to involve us.
Oh my, so quick to assume the worst. While I would love nothing more than to lay bare all my dirty little secrets, 'twould be prudent to discuss my proposal first. Loath though I am to admit it, a draper's shop but recently launched by the company has not been well received by the locals. Our intention was to promote the sale of important apparel, woven by the Uldan Weavers Guild. Alas, it seems Western fashion holds little appeal for the citizens of Kugani. So, we rethought our strategy. We would produce Hinnigan culture, but with world-renowned Uldan silks. Kimono is our favourite choice of wear in the Far East. Or rather, that was our plan, until our seamster fell ill. It was as I faced the unpleasant decision of abandoning this venture entirely, that I chanced to hear of Tataru's boutique, and the assorted Far Eastern style equipment they had on offer.
You're referring to our samurai and ninja-inspired sets of armor, yes?
Indeed. By putting your exemplary goods on display, the East Aldona Trading Company would demonstrate that we, a Western trader, are capable of making garments suitable to the needs of our local patrons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have been informed that you wish to establish a foothold in Hinagashi and East Orthwood. What better way to make your Kugani debut than to have us showcase your quality wares?
It's not without its appeal, I'll admit. The perfect venue to gauge interest in our goods.
Isn't it just? If I may take your grudging concession as a sign of interest, perhaps we can discuss the finer points of my proposed partnership.
Oh, we'll be discussing it at length, but I've yet to see how any of this would require Elita's involvement.
Indeed, I was just about to get to that part. Not long ago, I crossed paths with a group of certain someones who were eager to call on Elita again. I found myself quite taken with them, charming as they were, that I felt compelled to facilitate this reunion, and of course one can never collect too many favours. Alas, I know that you are predisposed to the question of the motives behind any invitation from the East Aldona Trading Company, and with good cause, I concede. So I instead invited you here under the guise of assisting Tataru with a boutique-related affair. I hope you will forgive the deception. Rest assured that you will be rewarded for your aid in this matter with your choice of recompense. Just before your arrival, I took a liberty of informing my new acquaintances that you would soon be making landfall on these shores. They ask that you meet them in Sakazuki, in the Ruby Sea, as soon as you're able. I believe it is some matter of urgency, so if you could travel there forthwith. Excellent. I leave them in your capable hands.
Don't worry, I'm no stranger to Hancock's tricks. I'll make sure not to agree to anything until we've settled every last detail. Just do what you need to do, and return when you can.
Greetings, Honor Madam. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? Sure, let's see if they're in there. If you're looking for Tataru, she stepped away but moments ago. Fret not, I'm sure she will have returned by the time you've attended the matter we discussed. Apologies, Elita. I pray you have not been waiting long. You look surprised. Did Hancock not tell you who requested your aid? Ah, but never mind that. I am simply glad that you're here. How have I been? Well, my trading as the next Gambu continues apace. I must tell you, my friend, every day has been more trying than the last. Why, just the other day, the auspices placed 99 wasabi-filled takoyaki on a platter before me, and instructed me to divine which single ball out of the entire batch was not filled with dreadful spice. Training to sharpen my foresight, they claimed, but it felt more akin to torture. By the end, I was reduced to a dithering sea turtle, swimming in a puddle of my own tears. That is all to say, I am only marginally closer to assuming my place as one of the four lords. Ah, get to the point already, Sorban. Ah, I was just about to arrive at it. Ahem, come my friends, show yourselves. It has been some time, Elita. I am relieved to see you in good health. I understand you have been through a great deal. Your concern is unwarranted. This is the woman who quelled her Aramatia and inherited Tenzin legacy. There is no trial she cannot overcome. You misunderstand me, my brother. That you deliberately insinuate that I lack faith in Elita's capabilities. Enough. We indebted ourselves to the merchant to obtain this meeting. Let us not distract ourselves with this nonsense and get to the heart of the matter. Very well. You may not know this, but Senri's craving for dango often brings her to Kugani. It was during such a visit that she spied a suspicious individual on Kugani Dore. A man who not only wore raiments identical to Tenzin's, but who also claimed to be his long-lost descendant. This descendant was selling good luck charms, utterly devoid of benediction. His ploy is plain. He uses Tenzin's name to trick fools into buying his rubbish. Any who would dare sully Tenzin's name shall face my wrath. My flames will cleanse him of his sin and burn his soul to ash. Too merciful a punishment, I
say, I shall personally render unto him every pain imaginable.
By the Kami, is it possible they have both succumbed to the Aramitia once again? Ahem. The charlatan boasts more than esteemed heritage. He also claims the four lords at his beck and call. Insulting, yes, but I would rather resolve this without flames and torture, but having lived apart from men for so long, I fear we may be ill-equipped to do so on our own. Hence why we have turned to you for assistance. You needn't agree to anything just yet, but why don't we all at least seek out this descendant and take his measure ourselves? I beg your pardon, putting myself aside, the three of you approaching any settlement, let alone one as large as Kugani, would surely cause an uproar. Calm yourself, Soraban. Lest you forget, we are the Four Lords. It's a trifling matter to assume a less conspicuous guise.
Let us reconvene in Kuvgani. Soraban is to go first, while we three shall make our own approach separately, to avoid attracting undue attention, just in case.
This is inconspicuous?
Long has it been since I walked the streets of a city this size. I did so once to visit a tea house with Tenzin. I accompanied him in disguise. How my heart raced at the thrill and joy of it, and who appreciated my glamour over the commotion that followed.
Do not think I haven't noticed you eyeing my costume. If you must know, I acquired it during my travels in the West. I am rather fond of its soft and fluffy texture.
We met Hancock by pure chance, recognizing us as the auspices of legend. He said he wished to help us out of the kindness of his heart. I almost believed him.
It would seem we have managed to arrive with little fuss. But only the Kami know how long our presence will remain secret.
Again with the needless worrying. Our disguises are perfect.
None may suspect you are the Four Lords at first glance, but you are suspicious in the extreme. We could have used our power to assume the form of men, but those of keen sight would be able to discern our true nature. The costumes were an innocuous alternative.
There's nothing innocuous about them.
Sanri said she found the swindler on Kugonidori, yes?
Let us head there at once.
Gather round, friends! Gather round! As you have no doubt surmised from my crimson armor, I am the proud descendant of Tenzin, the famous hero of Eld who once slew an entire host of fearsome Oni. But do not take my word for it. Behold! In this hand I hold Tenzin's beloved katana, the Phoenix Blade. I don't know what it looks like, but if he's got the Phoenix Blade, then he must be who he claims.
Idiots.
The true blade has remained in our care since Tenzin's passing. Something seems off. I see there are some who remain unconvinced. Very well, you leave me no choice. Allow me to introduce you to my sworn allies, the Four Lords. Oh dear, I'm almost afraid to look. That's your signal. I expect my money's worth. Introducing Genbu, the Turtle Auspice and Foreseer of Calamity. Suzaku, the Avian Auspice and Master of the Flames of Resurrection. Seiryu, the Dragon Auspice and Devourer of Young Maidens. Last but not least adorable, we have Byakko, the small and fluffy feline allspice. Why am I a cuddly creature? Surely you could have hired a Hrothgar or a Mikoti to portray me. At least he did not slander your character. Devourer of young maidens. Pah! What is this rabble? All who've heard the tale of Tenzin know that the Four Lords are beasts, not three murmurs and a cat. These are the glamoured forms they assume, so they may roam the realms of men undiscovered. Surely you can imagine the chaos that would ensue if they went about undisguised. Even so, there's no way they'd wear such ridiculous outfits. And yet, here they are, dressed in far worse. This farce is infuriating. I will not abide him making mock of the bonds we shared with Tenzin. We are of one mind, my sister. He must be silenced. Does Tenzin even have an descendant? There is nothing in the legends about him fathering any children. But there was mention of one who loved him, more dearly than life itself. I, the woman to whom I owe my storied lineages, none other than the sublime Crimson Beauty standing before you. Suzaku! Let him speak. Perhaps he is not wholly deserving of immolation. Bah, how easily is your rage is quelled. Having proven my ancestry to your satisfaction, my lords and ladies, I bid you partake of my good fortune, for I have auspicious wares to share with you today. Tenzin put countless oni to the sword long ago, 'tis true, but only by the grace of these miraculous good luck charms. Just one will confer unto you all manner of fortune, good health, a happy family, scholarly achievement, financial success, romantic fulfillment, and much, much more. But that's not all. Purchase the charm now, and I'll even throw in a stylish strap featuring a Four Lords design of your choosing. My stock is limited, so be sure to buy while supplies last. I'll take 2. No, 10. My blood boils to see Tenzin's good name used in this manner. As does mine. We cannot sit idly by and allow this to continue. I think our purveyor of good fortune is in need of a proper scare. Are you convinced as well, Elita? Lest you worry, despite his preposterous depiction of me, I have no intention of harming the swindler. That so many would fall for such an obvious deception. No matter the age, mortals see only that which they wish to. He is a most persuasive and cunning adversary. I was very nearly convinced I had given birth to Tenzin's child. Where is he? He seemed quite pleased with himself as he packed up his stall. Business was good, no doubt. How shall we proceed? With care and preparation. We all saw how deftly he countered accusations of fraud. A more clever approach is needed. We must limit his ability to spin more lies. Have you any ideas, Elita? I could present myself as Tenzin's true descendant. And thereby beat him at his own game. A sound suggestion. Still, we'd be wise to prepare for contingencies. With me, Soroban, we make for Ryzen Temple. Then it is up to us to find and confront the swindler. As you are familiar with this city, I bid you lead the way. Speak with Suzaku when you are ready. We must track him down before he dishonors us further with his insipid trinkets. His customers may have seen where he went, so let us begin by questioning them. I would also know more of his true identity. Of all the heroes of legend, why claim Tenzin's name? The answer may help us stop him without resorting to violence, since some of you apparently lack a stomach for it. Suzaku and Tamara will accompany you. Please keep them at your side. There we go. Senri made mention of a wonderful tea house she frequents to feed her dango addiction. She's kind enough to bring back a portion to us at the temple after every visit. I know, rice dumplings have naught to do with our purpose, but should we find a spare moment, I know I'm particularly fond of Mitarashi dango. This experience brings to mind the days when we travelled with Tenzin. Never one to sit still, he would pursue every opportunity for adventure, heedless of the trouble that would invariably follow for us all. I gather you are cut from the same cloth? Oh, there we go, there's someone. Kami be praised to have met Tenzin's descendant and get his good luck charm besides. What a fool I was to doubt him, he who commands the four lords of legend. As long as I have this, fortune shall surely shine upon me. Oh, has my good luck charm caught your eye? If you wanted one for yourself, you're sadly out of luck. The merchant selling him said he was the last of his stock, and he did not think he'd be able to acquire more. Well, if you wish to hear it from him, he was headed towards Tasogari Bridge. You will know him by his attire. I swear, he was a spitting image of Tenzin from the storybooks. She speaks of yonder bridge, does she not? Others may have taken note of her quarry as he passed. Have I seen a man claiming to be Tenzin's descendant? The one who was selling good luck charms by the dozens, you mean? No, he didn't come this way, but Kami gave me strength. I'll never understand how some can be so gullible. Let us continue our search elsewhere. Well, 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 look who it is. It has been quite some time. What brings you to Kugani this eve? A hawker claiming to be Tenzin's descendant. Probably issue. I saw him not long ago. Yes, yes. You know him? My peculiar and suspicious friend. There is no merchant in Kugani who hasn't heard of the entrepreneur. He's made a fortune masquerading as Tenzin's heir. It's a brilliant scheme, very profitable. Tried to get in on it myself, but the Baron will suffer no competition. Who is this Baron of whom you speak? The soy sauce one, who else? Kageyama, a dangerous man, yes, yes. With fingers in every pie, I fear him almost as much as I envy him. How many times do I have to teach the Baron the same lesson? Oh, you have had dealings with him, have you? If you know, then you know. Issue, on the other hand, is still something of an enigma. A skilled seamster, dedicated to his craft, yet he partnered with Kageyama. I would never have guessed he had it in him.
There is more to this than meets the eye. We must investigate further. Have you any idea where this issue may have gone?
You want information? Yes, yes, I want coin. Give me coin, I give you information.
Here, have some. That can be arranged. If you're willing to journey to Ryzen Temple, our friend Furi can escort you.
A temple? And one I've never heard of at that. Wait, is this the sort of place where mortals fear to tread and malevolent spirits do dwell?
Malevolent spirits? No, no. Just a somewhat ominous crystal.
I'll take your word for it. As for Ishu, he came to me and requested passage to the Isle of Beko, where he was to rendezvous with Kageyama. I refused, better to not involve myself with the Baron's affairs, you understand?
Kyoko, was it? You have our thanks. We shall fulfill our end of the bargain. You need not fear. There is no time to waste. I shall have a messenger instruct Byako and Soroban to meet us at the Isle. Oh, but what about the tea shop? We are the first to arrive. Ishu and Kageyama will want to keep away from prying eyes. Somewhere near these rocks, perhaps. Let us take cover and eavesdrop on their conversation when they join us.
A fine day's work, Ishu. It pays to have fools for customers. Master Kageyama, please. This cannot continue. I shudder to think how the Four Lords would react if they learned of our crimes. Remind me, who was it that delivered you from a life of destitution after you lost your job as a seamster? Pray tell, who? You, Master Kageyama, and I am forever grateful for your help, without which my family would still be without house and home. But even so, what we are doing is wrong. Want to wash your hands of this dirty, dirty business and be a seamster again? Is that it? But once the truth comes out, and I would see to it that it does, who would dare trust you? No, Ishu. You are going to continue the act, or do you and your kin will to starve in the streets?
So, that's the way of it. Isyu was coerced by Kageyama into his performance, and for his family's sake could not stop. Indeed, in light of this, how shall we proceed? We put the fear of the kami into Kageyama. Who are you, and why are you wearing such ridiculous outfits? Hearken to me, mortal. I will suffer you to sully Tenzin's name no longer. Defy me, and you shall not like the consequences. Sully Tenzin's name, you say? His flesh and blood are free to do with as they please. Unless you can prove that Issue is not in fact his descendant, I suggest... Then prove it we shall. Elita, here! It is time we revealed our true selves to these mortals. Kami forfend. It cannot be. Oh! That flame-kissed katana you hold in your hand, is that the Phoenix Blade? For the crimes you have wrought in Tenzin's name, your punishment will be severe indeed. Beg not for mercy. Take heart, my dears. I shall make your deaths painless. Hearken to my melody. There is no turning back. Steel yourselves. Somebody! Anybody! Help me! What was that? Not only do you possess the Phoenix Blade, but the Four Lords themselves stand at your side. Tell me, are you Tenzin's descendant? Please, have mercy. I beg of you. I vow never again to use the name of your ancestor. You have my word. A mere illusion, and the man loses his head. Some baron he is. It's thanks to Furi that we made it here in time, and now we can rest easy in the knowledge that Kageyama's scheme has been ended. You look every bit as dignified as Tenzin did in his day. The Phoenix Blade suits you. I do not blame Master Kageyama for fleeing in terror, yet as odd as it sounds, I did not feel as though you meant me harm. Don't eat me. At Tenzin's behest, I once played the role of a ferocious tiger to frighten the peoples of a village and drive them to flee before they were buried in a landslide. Dude, you're drooling all over me. He took part in the deception as well, but to be honest, your acting put his to shame. Have you considered auditioning at the Mujikoza Theatre? Honoured lords and ladies and descendants of Tenzin, I know not how to make amends for my sins, though actions speak louder than words. I wish to say that I am truly sorry. Man or beast, we all make mistakes. I am told you are a master seamster. I might not go as far to say master, but with my skills I managed to put food on the table. Then perhaps I shall have a word with an old friend. That can wait, Saraban. We must escort this young man to a safer location. This is far enough. It's past time we returned home. We are once more in your debt. It is because of you that this affair could be concluded before Tenzin's reputation suffered irreparable harm. Thank you, Elita. Now that you are no longer bound to Kageyama, what will you do? Well, I know I must take responsibility for my actions. I will confess my crimes to the Saikazagumi. After I am released from my imprisonment, I shall take up an honest trade once more, and not rest until I have repaid each and every victim of my deception. Ah, yes, I've been meaning to tell you, but I will let Hancock explain when he arrives shortly. Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Ah, speak of the devil. And the urchin girl came as well. It has been far too long. You're looking green as ever, Soraban of the Blue. And once again, Genbu. That's Tataru. Tataru. Though I'm sure I'll have to remind you next time, too. You are Ishu? The seamster Soraban spoke of, yes? It is gainful employment you seek. The East Alderney Trading Company would be thrilled to hire you, one of your expertise, to work at our draper shop. The seamster in our service fell ill, and we've been looking for a replacement. I have no words. I am grateful, truly, but I cannot accept, for once I confess my crimes to the Sekisegumi, they will surely imprison me for a time. Ah, yes. The Sekisegumi. I had a chat with them not long ago. They are aware that the scheme was contrived by Kageyama, and that you too are one of his victims. You will be needed to assist them in their investigation, of course, but you needn't steel yourself for even a brief incarceration. Hancock, you have our thanks for calling Elita to our aid. Oh no, not at all. I am pleased to have been of service. I have not forgotten our arrangement, Elita. Have you decided upon a reward?
Oh, how that warms the heart. A material to help restore the keepsake of a dear friend. I have just the thing. I won't spoil the surprise now, but do look forward to it.
I suppose we better return to the city, but before that... You could have called upon me too, you know. It's not like I wasn't part of the whole saving the Ruby Sea from becoming consumed by roaring flames endeavor or anything.
Oh, forgive us, urchin Tataru. We assumed you were busy, and and you did struggle mightily to help Elita restrain Soroban that one time. So there was some concern that you might prove a liability should it come to blows. Nevertheless, we will take your words to heart. Perhaps we should assume our guises and walk among men more often. It was a refreshing change of pace on the whole.
I would not be against it. We were in a bit of a rush on this occasion, but with a longer visit, we might appreciate men's curious ways. I have no doubt we shall meet again, but pray that the time comes sooner than later. You and me both. I'll be sure to stop by the temple later. You know you are always welcome. The others would be thrilled to see you and Tataru both. Now then, I say we resume Soroban's training upon our return to the temple.
Must we so soon? You did well to appraise Hancock of Ishu's predicament. He may now make amends by putting his talents to good use, and continue to provide for his family.
Indeed, 'twas behaviour befitting of one destined to become the next Genbu.
The road ahead is long, but we doubt not that you are worthy, and so we want to only to encourage you to reach your full potential.
If that is how you all feel, then I have little choice but to do my best.
I can still hardly believe this Sekisegumi only wished to question me. Master Hancock must have a way with words. Speaking of which, I believe he and Mr. Tataru will be joining us shortly. Ishu, you'll be pleased to know that I just finished making arrangements for your immediate employment. May our profits soar that you may give your family the life they deserve. Master Hancock, I do not deserve such kindness. I will do my best to earn my keep. I want you to know that I intend to work hard to make up for the many mistakes that I've made. It's not much, but I have prepared a gift for you as an expression of my gratitude. A set of garments I made before I was embroiled into Master Kageyame's schemes. The lords and ladies of Kugani once held my work in high regard, and I hope you will as well. Thank you. You will also find a little something from me included within, a well-deserved reward. Wait, what exactly did you give Elita? Payment for introducing East Aldener Trading Company to prospective new clients. What else? I can't say I'm surprised you would try to peddle goods to the four lords themselves. But still, have you no shame? Regardless, now is as good a time as any to inform Elita the result of our deliberations. Said result being, we have agreed to an official partnership with the East Aldener Trading Company, one which I will exploit for all it's worth to make Tataru Taru's boutique a household name in Kugani. For my part, I pray this is the start of a mutually beneficial partnership. To business. I would have a tour of this draper shop of yours immediately, if you don't mind. Sorry to cut things short, Elita, but time is money, and I have precious little to spare. Once you've seen to any other resolved matters you have here, I'd be grateful if you return to Old Charlene and inform Mendina of our new arrangement. Someone here. What a pleasure it is to see you again. Allow me to express my gratitude for your part in paving the way for many extremely lucrative dealings with the merchants and artisans of Charlayan. Regrettably, the celebration I plan to hold in your honour will have to be postponed somewhat. I am absolutely inundated with appointments to meet with recently made acquaintances, such as the alchemists of Rahazan and members of the Forum. Chairman Elita would be most displeased were I to pass up yet more money-making opportunities. No, I don't see them hanging around here. Thoughts? Maybe they might be over here. Headed for the temple, or just taking the wonderful smoky air?
cannot help but wonder if there was a living descendant of Tenzin somewhere in the world. For so long as I thought him lost to us, but if a part of him endures in another, I would be glad. We are all fated one day to die, and when my time comes, I hope to see my beloved again, but until then I shall live each day to the fullest. Perhaps I might begin by visiting the Umaneko tea house in Kugane, and filling my stomach to the brim with Mitarashi's dingo. Ever since the affair with Issue, the Four Lords have acknowledged my potential the slightest bit more. Indeed, my training has evolved from divining wasabi-filled takoyaki to divining wasabi-filled sushi. We neglected to mention this earlier, but only those chosen by the Phoenix Blade may wield it. To be clear, we were relatively confident that the sword would not reject you as unworthy, but it nevertheless gladdens me to see we were right, particularly since the rejection can be most ungentle. Where's Serio? There. You recall that we invited Gyodo here to remunerate him for aiding us in finding Issue, yes? When Senri greeted him upon his arrival, he screamed, "It's a trap!" and promptly fainted. We put him and his Koban on a ferry and sent them back to Kugani. Why a talking catfish should be afraid of a talking cat is beyond me. I won't tell you that you'll be missed, because you won't. At least that's what I'll say to anyone who asks. Got to keep up appearances, you understand? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more. Some folks crave excitement, but if you ask me, nothing beats peace and quiet. Doesn't speak too highly of the rest of us. Well, we could only hang back and watch while the Four Lords did all the hard work, but hey, we got a few more millennia until we can do this again, right? Time enough for me to train that I can do my little bit when the time comes. You may think it a dull, thankless task to stand watch over the sacred crystal. For several thousand years, frankly, you would not be entirely wrong to say so. Nevertheless, it is our duty. Perhaps if I remain here, she will return. Yes, yes, surely that will be the best course of action. I had made peace with death before Koryo returned. This I believed until he stood there before us all, and the long life I had lived felt not at all satisfying. You're all right, friend. I'll be sure to say as much to the next hero who comes knocking a few millennia from now, when we need to do this whole song and dance all over again. Oh, I'm not going to do all that. Headed to the surface, follow me. I paid my little respect to them.
Welcome back. Negotiations with Master Hancock were fruitful, I hope. Well, I expected nothing less from you and Mistress Tattoo. As for Mistress Tattoo's necklace, you say Master Hancock slipped a gift into the parcel you received from Issue, yes? May I have a look? My goodness, what a stunning set of garments. They certainly offer a taste of the Far East. As for the item Master Hancock set aside for Mistress Tattoo's necklace, by the sisters, a black pearl, do you have any idea how rare these are? They can only be harvested from a black-lit oysters in the Ruby Sea. I cannot be certain until it has been incorporated into the necklace, but I believe the darker shade will serve as contrast to the brilliant sapphire centerpiece, and make it stand out even more. To part with such a precious treasure, Master Hancock is either very wealthy or very well connected, or both. We would do well to maintain a good relationship with the East Alderney Trading Company. But that is the boutique's concern. After all you have done for us, I'm sure you want nothing more than a good rest. Thank you again for your continued assistance. When we next discover a client we'd like to add to our ever-growing list, I hope we can count on your assistance once more. The Scions had the help of many souls in gathering refined adamantite, did you not? Even those who were not part of the Ilsabard contingent. Perhaps there's an opportunity there. I shall speak to Mistress Tattoo post-haste. Try on. Try on. Try on. Try on. Try on. Oh, I see. Let's see. Legs, feet, legs, body, head. So presses the sea. That's much better. Look at that bit on the top. Job, I see. So it's that bit just off the top of the strip. Little arrows. That's what gets coloured. Oh, yeah, that's lovely. As for the headpiece, for this you need to actually turn this around so that you can properly see. So that colour would potentially work well. Okay, so the only colour that would work is that one, I think, for me. Nice outfit though. Right. I think that's me just about done for now. There is one other thing that I need to do, but I'll do that next time I come on. Because I need to stop and take care of some things. And I believe this will probably take a little while. But yeah, I shall stop there for now. Thank you all for watching. Take care, my beloved darlings. Love you all. Bye for now. Mwah, mwah, mwah.